Okay, I've come out of a short hiatus to discuss this film because I have so much to talk about with it, and that is Francis Ford Coppola's indie project that is Megalopolis. Megalopolis is the newest film from director Francis Ford Coppola, the director of The Godfather, The Conversation, Apocalypse Now, and this film has intrigued me because of the production behind it. It is very much an indie project. The most famous thing to know about it is that he sold part of his winery to fund the film, $120 million to be exact. And does that go anywhere? No. It doesn't go anywhere. Now, it did premiere at a bunch of film festivals and it got pretty bad reviews out of the film festivals. So, yeah, of course I was intrigued to see what it was. So, I went to see it. And I wish that I saved my money because this is one of the biggest pieces of shit of the year. It's not even one of those films where I can respect the craft and respect the ambition, because yeah, a lot of people are talking about, oh, it's ambitious, it's this, it's that. Yeah, it's ambitious, but it doesn't mean that I'm necessarily fond of this particular ambition. Joker's ambitious. I don't like Joker. You know, it's one of those things. And Megalopolis takes this approach to filmmaking that is very maximalist. It's very showy. It's everything that we kind of want to see in a film, but completely butchered in every way. And I want to start with the visual aesthetic, because there are some things to do with the visual aesthetic which are very interesting. I really do like the world building, the fact that this is a version of New Rome. Well, it's called New Rome, but it's a version of ancient Rome, which is very American. And the reason why he decided to base it in modern day America is because he said in an interview or a press conference for Venice that America was built on Rome. It was built on what Rome, well, it was built on top of ancient Rome. So that's why he wanted to make it that way. And yeah, that's very interesting. But he does fuck all with it. He does absolutely nothing with it. $120 million, you're like, yeah. Why? Because you look at it and you're like, yeah, this looks like Spy Kids crossed with, I don't know, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. It's very fake, very tacky. It's no different to Spy Kids 3 Game Over. Cinematography too, like the lights are very overblown, the colors are very exposed, and it feels tacky. The best way to describe it is tacky. It feels very 80s in terms of its visual prowess, and yeah, none of it really works for me. Because this film is supposed to be about future and future endeavors and how we as people can build a new empire from the ground up. But again, it's like, that's barely anything in the film, because the film is just filled with so much shit and so much nonsense. But again, it's like, it's so hard to find it in there. I found it so muddled, so jumbled, and there's not really a point to anything that's happening. Like, there's an arena scene where Shia LaBeouf is kicking his legs around, then you've got Adam Driver doing this for no reason, and the camera's spinning. You've got Grace Vanderwall from fucking America's Got Talent coming down from the sky with a see-through dress, and that all happens in the span of 30 seconds. And it's like, what are we doing? Like, what are we putting across? And the performances too, all of the performances feel like they're out of the 80s. Like, they feel so over the top. It's like everybody's swallowed fucking acting pills. It's like Bradley Cooper from Maestro, you know? They're swallowing so many different acting pills. They're doing something completely out of their range, but it stands out like a sore thumb. Like, it sticks out. Adam Driver doing his Francis Ford Coppola impression, I give him that. But Shia LaBeouf, holy oh my god. His performance in this film is like an all-time bad performance. The dude's kicking his legs. The dude's just screaming. He's going for like no reason. And look, I see what Francis Ford Coppola is trying to do, right? He's trying to do like a Romeo and Juliet-esque Roman Empire epic. But at the same time, you look at it and you're like, yeah, but why? But why is it $120 million? Why is it done in this way? Why is it so jumbled? Why is it so messy? But it kind of makes sense when you know the deeper context of the film, that he's been wanting to make it since the 80s. He finally got it made, and then apparently he just wanted to fucking give up because he was in his trailer just smoking dope every day. If there's one positive I can say, Aubrey Plaza, she gets tone completely. She gets it. Francis Ford Coppola basically was just saying to her, oh yeah, do what you like. Act like this animal this day, act like this day. And it makes sense, because you look at her performance and she gets the tone of it. She gets the silly tone, but the film itself doesn't understand its own tone. and goes for something completely different. Because one minute it wants to be this big Roman epic with big proportions, and then the next minute it wants to be a fucking goofball comedy. And it's like, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? So yeah, Megalopolis, it exists, just like the title of this video says, it exists. But I'm like, why? Everything feels tacky, everything doesn't work. Like, the actors, they're swallowing so many acting pills that it fails for me. I just don't see any prospect in wasting 2 hours and 20 minutes of your time watching something that doesn't have any thematic value to it. I get it, he's 80 years old, he wanted to make it now, and it's like, it's kind of self-critical of his own career and all that jazz, but at the same time, I'm just thinking, what was the point? And it just wasn't for me. And I know a lot of people were liking it. Good for you. I'm glad you liked it, but it wasn't for me. Okay, it just wasn't for me. I was expecting something completely different. Maybe my expectations got the better of me. Maybe I was expecting this big Godfather-like epic, which a lot of people were saying it was. And bearing in mind, a lot of people were saying it's bad too. But I was kind of on the fence with it. But I'm just in the camp of like, yeah, who gives a fuck? You know, who really cares? I'm gonna give Megalopolis a 2 out of 10. Yeah, I kind of just felt deflated afterwards, and I spoke to my dad after I got out of the screening, and he saw the trailer and was like, yeah, what is this? And then even asked me, why did I spend my money on it? Well, the reason why is because everybody was talking about it, and I wanted to be part of the conversation, which is part of the problem. Being part of the conversation, which is what a lot of grifters do and stuff like that. But I just wanted to see the damn thing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and go see Megalopolis and form your own opinion. And before you head out, I just want to say thank you all so much for the kind messages and support. It's been a rough couple weeks. These 2 weeks have been the worst of my life. So yeah, I just want to thank you all so much for the kind support and kind messages that have been sent my way. I look forward to creating more videos very, very soon. I got some things to deal with family and arranging plans. But yeah, I look forward to making more videos soon. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.